And breaking news, this is the first response that has come in from Twitter on the Union IT Minister's account blackout that happened earlier today. In fact, this is what we are picking up. And I quote now from that response. Twitter says we can confirm that the Honorable Minister's account access was temporarily restricted due to a DMCA notice only, and the reference tweet has been withheld. It says, for our copyright policy, we respond to valid copyright complaints sent to us by a copyright owner or their authorized representatives, unquote. So, very brief response that has come in from Twitter to a lot of questions, remember, and the valid ones that are being asked from a lot of people back home here in India. The first response coming in from Twitter on that entire controversy, where the Union IT Minister's account was blocked for a good 1 hour. That is 60 minutes, Abhishek. But in this brief response that you've been able to access for us, Abhishek, there is no answer, no clarity about the questions that we've heard from Ravi Shankar Prasad himself as to, whether he was given a prior notice, a prior intimation or not, and how does a rule that stands in the US will apply to us here in India?
Deepti, we have been noticing how the Republic of Twitter really behaves, not first wanting to follow the new guidelines, then wanting to negotiate, then wanting more time, then after being given more time, still seeking to, discuss it with the government or implementing only some parts of the guidelines. Now, remember, this response of Twitter has come in a reply to my email in which I had sent some queries. Number one was, can we know the origin of a strike notice for copyright violation which prompted Twitter to lock the minister's account? Can we know who claimed copyright over the content tweeted by the minister? Number three, was any prior intimation given by Twitter to Ravi Shankar Prasad, handle of the minister? Then question four, is Twitter aware of the Rule 4.8 of the Information Technology new guidelines as per which they have to inform the person whose account they are locking? And did Twitter follow the Rule 4.8? In response to this comprehensive email by me, Twitter has essentially sent this on-record reply indicating towards its copyright policy and actually choosing not to respond to other questions, particularly the one about who asked them to claim copyright on the minister's tweet. So I think, again, there is lack of transparency. We can clearly see opacity in the way they deal with queries, and I think that was the whole idea behind those guidelines. In fact, while complying their US-based policies, in this particular instance also, Twitter happens to be in violation of India's rules. So this is a matter for the courts really to now take it up, or the IT ministry to take it up, take it to the courts. And remember, IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad is also Law Minister of the country, that whether law of India has to prevail when Twitter does business in India or is present in India, or whether the law of the United States of America. I mean, of course, Americans are good friends. And in fact, the IT notice clearly stated that because America is a friendly nation, we are extending as a courtesy, as a gracious gesture, 1 more week of deadline for Twitter to comply with the guidelines. So I think this is, we have not seen the end of it. Whatever response Twitter gives or reply Twitter has given now, ultimately the Ministry of Information Technology or even the Law Ministry, both under Ravi Shankar Prasad, will have to take a call on how to take it forward.
Oh, yes. And, Abhishek, before I let you go, I think there is one more important question that gets thrown up. The first thing is what has happened is unprecedented, is that not? Because, a sitting minister's account gets blocked without a prior intimation to him. So Twitter has not even regretted that, expressed any remorse to that, Abhishek. That is point number one, which is becoming very clear. Now, what has Twitter done? It's just reiterated what it really did. But there is no explanation to why something happened in that particular format. Nor does it say that it recognizes that it did something like this and, something like this will not happen in the future. Nothing of that sort really comes in. So does this make Twitter's case worse from here? Because even people who were wanting to believe Twitter when it wanted to say that, listen, the Indian government is targeting us for whatever reason, by doing what it has done today, Abhishek, has Twitter literally crossed that red line?
Well, Deepti, for better or worse, it definitely has become a legal issue. it definitely has become an issue which impinges upon the sovereignty of the country and the rule of law, because I think whatever norms of trade and commerce is followed globally, even under the World Trade Organization, for example, I think the caveat always is that you follow or abide by the law of the land and the jurisdiction under which you are operating. Twitter fails to realize that while they are being so brazen about rule of law here, they are not even allowed to open shop in China. So
Yes.
is it like pushing the envelope a little further, a little beyond what should have happened? And is it an attempt to actually even influence the Indo-US relationship? It's a really serious matter. I think it is being handled at the topmost level. And the manner in which Twitter has really conducted itself, even in American elections, for example, clearly suggests that it is not just a mere platform for exchange of ideas. It is actually, I would say, an ideological tool. And all the policy guidelines they have kept for themselves have a certain element of opacity, as can be seen in response to the queries that Republic Media Network sent, the standard bureaucratic response that has come. Though, of course, I must add, Twitter is always very quick and on its feet in responding to queries and replying to questions that you ask, irrespective of whether the questions actually get answered. So I think it's going to become a legal matter, at least for sure. And it could also become a matter for the governments to take up, given the fact that it's an American incorporation, and they have openly said that they would rather follow American law in India rather than Indian law.
All right. Abhishek, that important story breaking here, the first response from Twitter in response to the questions that Abhishek, in fact, had put forward in that email. But a lot still needs to be answered, Abhishek. We are tracking that story and see if there are more responses, if at all. Any. For the moment, I thank you. But I think let's push that story a little forward, because it is important to figure out why and how certain things have happened. In the last many, many days, we are looking at these little skirmishes that turned into a big flashpoint today. Now on your screens, our graphic team is helping you understand what happens when any content that you actually put out on a social media platform, say like a Twitter, if it decides to block you for a particular content, what really needs to be done. Remember, there are certain rules now, the IT rules that the Indian government actually has been talking about, why they believed that there was a need for these new IT rules. This is the real reason why, because you need to notify your subscriber or the person who holds a Twitter account as to why and how do you believe that any particular content that they are putting out on your platform is something that violates their policies, the reason why it needs to be blocked.